Everything we've been discussing on today's show goes back to those healthy choices for your customers. And our next guest has made that part of our national platform. We're very fortunate to welcome our current Miss America, Miss Savvy Shields. So great to have you here, Miss Savvy Shields.
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
I love it that this is part of your platform, eating healthy, living healthy. Tell us, why is this so important to you?
I think because I have a personal connection to it. I grew up in a really healthy home where our desserts were strawberries. And then when I went to, college and kind of forgot how to take care of myself, I realized the connection between what I was eating and how I was feeling. It was affecting my quality of life immensely. I had a loss of concentration, fatigue, mental and emotional stress, and it was really affecting my quality of life. And so it was then that I decided to take charge of my health and recognize the connection between what I was eating and how I was feeling. So hopefully, as Miss America, I can do that. And whether that's living by example or it's teaching people tangible ways on how to eat healthy and why we eat healthy, then I'm doing my job right.
And there's so many conditions that will be positively impacted when you go back to just eating right. So what can you tell us for the person who's now decided to turn that corner, start making healthy choices? What are some quick tips that we need to be aware of?
Well, I wouldn't get overwhelmed, first off, and I would start small. I would think of maybe first off shopping the perimeter of your grocery store. That's where you're going to find most of your whole foods, most of your single ingredient foods, and the foods with the most rich nutrients for you, the foods that are going to be fueling your body. And so I would take that step first. Think about adding in good foods that will slowly crowd out the bad.
I love one of the terms that you use, dietary intervention. Will you tell us about your dietary interventions?
So a dietary intervention, I would call it just taking charge of your health. Going extreme and saying taking charge of your life. Food is such a huge part of our quality of life and our health. It's actually 80% of it. We are, I think, in a society where we think it's all about working out and really and truly need to be focusing on our intake and what we're putting into our bodies. And so taking charge of it in that sense and recognizing the huge connection and how important it is to not just our short-term goals of health and fitness, but to our long-term health overall.
And for our suppliers and retailers who are listening right now, what is your message to them for the consumer on getting these quality products out for people wanting to make these healthy choices?
Right. My biggest, I think, would say trying to find foods that have less sugar. I think that we're finding that it's foods that have tons of sugar in it that are causing diseases or illnesses or weight loss or weight gain that are affecting our quality of life. And so thinking of, again, these whole foods being these nutrient-rich foods that we're finding that are fueling ourselves, and getting those foods and adding them so much that we have so much surplus of good food that we're crowding out the bad. And thinking of it in those terms, I guess, would be my biggest piece of advice.
And not to get too far off the subject, but when it comes to making right choices, I understand the Miss America organization now has a partnership with EcoTools.
Exactly.
Tell us about EcoTools.
Well, I can tell you a lot. So I actually have been using this brand since I was 13 years old, as soon as I first started putting on makeup. And so they're very near and dear to my heart, I can tell you that. And as Miss America, it's so nice because I'm on the road all the time. So I can easily find them wherever I need. If I'm in a rush or if I need a certain brush, I'll be good to go no matter what. And what's also just exciting for me to say is that what EcoTools is really passionate about and what the Miss America organization is passionate about is the same. We're all about empowering women and encouraging them to live beautifully and live authentically and finding their true beauty in that. And so I'm very thankful and I'm excited for this new partnership.
All right, Savvy Shields, we appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you for taking time to visit us today, and good luck in your travels.
Thank you.